Now, there's another discussion to be made about what a casual gamer actually is. To those who have accused players like me of being casual, I mean, is there a definition of what casual is? Part of it I've heard is that if you play on console, then that makes you a casual. So then I started thinking, well, I started on the original Nintendo, and then I moved up to I want to say Nintendo 64, and then I bought the Nintendo GameCube, and then once I started running out of a lot of choices to play on Nintendo, eventually I bought a PS4. It was a PS4 Pro actually, so not just a base PS4. I bought the Pro version. Okay, so that should give me extra points for that. And then after that, I upgraded to PS5. And this time, is it the Pro version? No, I'm not spending the extra money on the Pro version, but that is something. So those who don't want players to be on the previous gen anymore, I did switch over from the PS4 to the 5. Other than that, in terms of my journey on, well, I guess Destiny in particular, what does a casual gamer like myself do? Like, do we do anything in the game? Okay, so we've already established that I am on the console. Okay, so because I'm not on the PC, I'm not a PC gamer, I lose points for that. So here's my character. Well, my main character. Which is weird because when I first started playing Destiny 1, my roommate at the time brought the game, and he was always playing like World of Warcraft and stuff like that. So then he jumped on the PS4 for a little while and bought Destiny. And so he was like, well, you don't want to play World of Warcraft, you can jump into this game. So I came in around the Dark Below and played quite a bit of that, but I was a Titan main. I didn't create the other two characters. And then the game kept giving me Warlock and Hunter gear as rewards, and so I ended up creating the other two characters. And even then, Titan was still my favorite. Hunter was my second favorite. And Warlocks, especially when you first create the character in D1, they were terrible. And then what happened? Warlock hit level 20 in D1, and that was the end of that. So I liked using the self-res with the Warlocks. I liked using Obsidian Mine, which was the exotic helmet for Warlocks. And like I said, I've been a Warlock main ever since. Now, in terms of being a casual, I do have to confess again, I've been playing Destiny over 10 years. I've only completed one raid layer, I think, a raid layer with Callus. Definitely got, carried most of the way through there because I wasn't used to playing raids. Have I tried playing raids before? Absolutely. The first few times my internet connection was so bad that I would just fall out of the game, especially when too many enemies would show up and just internet couldn't handle it, and then I would get cut off from the game. Other times I would get kicked off the team because my jumping ability wasn't great. jumping puzzles, hate them. And then I tried dungeons, maybe completed one or two in the 10 plus years I've been playing the game. Turned into the same problem of jumping puzzles for the most part. And so I would say one or two dungeons I've actually completed. And then it got to the point where I stopped trying because I felt really bad, like dragging the rest of the team down and having them wait on me. It was just a really bad feeling. So I would run around in strikes, patrol lost sectors, and then I started doing the solo lost sectors because I was getting bored with the lower tier stuff. And then I started running more exotic missions because again I was getting bored with the lower tier stuff. And eventually I'm at a point right now where I don't know, I feel like my character is, good, in terms of just Warlock. Now, Titan, I mean, his power level is at 550, but I haven't been on my Titan in I don't know how long. Same thing with Hunter. I did put on some gear set, but I haven't been on Hunter in I don't know how long. So I just focus on Warlock, and that's pretty much all I have time to do. Now, in terms of time, when I get up in the morning, I go to work. I go to work. I am not on an hourly position anymore. I got promoted last year on my job. And so now I really don't have hours. I just, need to be available when I'm supposed to be available, and everything revolves around 8 to 5, but it can obviously go outside of that, time slot. And then once I get off work, I work on my small business because I'm trying to have more than a few avenues of revenue coming in, and not put all my eggs in one basket. So I work on my 8 to 5, and then I work on my small business. And then when I have extra time or I get tired and I need a break, then I start playing video games. And for me, that's fun. It's definitely fun.